Welcome back to D-Machine. On this channel, we dive inside the factories and workshops that keep the modern world moving, from heavy industry to everyday products you use without thinking twice. Today, we're stepping into a Chinese factory where yoga mats are made, not from soft foam sheets, but from raw compound, heat, pressure, and precision. We'll follow the material as it's mixed, milled, flattened into a wide sheet, cut to size, and finished with markings and designs. Stay with me, because the most surprising part is how much control it takes to make something that looks so simple. Every yoga mat starts here, not as a mat, but as a recipe. These wrapped blocks are the base material, delivered in dense slabs so it can be handled cleanly and measured consistently. At the rolling mill, heat and pressure begin the real transformation. The steel rolls squeeze the material, softening it and spreading it into a thick sheet. Now the performance ingredients go in. Those black pellets are added for strength and durability, the kind of additives that help a mat resist tearing, hold its shape, and survive thousands of flexes. Color comes next. Pigment is folded right into the sheet, then run through again and again until every streak disappears. This repeated stretching and folding is what makes the blend uniform, same feel, same grip, same color from edge to edge. Once the mix is smooth, it's pulled into long ribbons, coiled, and set on racks to rest. That rest time lets the compound relax and stabilize, so the next steps can form it into a consistent, high-quality yoga mat. This is where the material stops being color and becomes performance. The rolled compound from the first stage goes into a sealed internal mixer, a heavy-duty machine built to knead thick polymers under controlled heat and pressure. Inside, powerful rotors fold the material over itself again and again. Temperature and timing are monitored constantly, because a few degrees or a few minutes can change how the finished mat feels in your hands. This is also where the formula gets its final character. Reinforcing fillers and stabilizers are blended in until the mixture turns deep black and uniform. No streaks, no soft spots, no weak zones. When the batch is ready, the mixer opens and the compound drops onto a stainless chute. From there it goes straight to the 2-roll mill for a final pass, smoothing it out, equalizing the texture, and making sure every inch behaves the same. Finally, the compound is portioned and set on racks to rest. That resting time helps the material relax and stabilize, so when it's formed into a yoga mat later, the thickness and grip stay consistent from the first mat to the 1000th. This is the moment the yoga mat starts to look like a mat. After mixing, the compound is still a heavy, sticky mass, strong but not usable yet. Workers feed it into a calendar line, a set of massive steel rolls that flatten, stretch, and level the material into one continuous sheet. The goal here is consistency. These rolls don't just squeeze the rubber. They control thickness across the full width, smooth the surface, and remove trapped unevenness that could turn into weak spots later. You'll notice the crew constantly watching the sheet as it comes out. A small adjustment on the machine can change the feel of the final mat. Too thick and it's heavy. Too thin and it loses support. Once the sheet is formed, it's guided forward on rollers, so it stays straight, stays clean, and stays wrinkle-free. From here, this wide black sheet moves on to the next stage, where cutting and finishing begin. Once the sheet is smooth and stable, the factory switches from chemistry to craftsmanship. This wide material is cut down to exact size using a guided industrial cutter that keeps the edge straight from end to end. Cutting sounds simple, but it's one of the easiest places to lose quality. If the sheet shifts even slightly, you get uneven edges, wasted material, and mats that don't sit flat. That's why you see a whole team controlling the sheet, lifting, aligning, and feeding it with steady tension. After trimming, the mats are stacked in clean batches, ready for branding. The logo and centerline marks are added as alignment references, small details that help later steps stay perfectly centered and consistent. From here, it becomes about variety. Different colors, surface finishes, and printed designs are sorted and staged for orders. Some are kept as simple, solid color mats. Others get bold patterns for retail shelves. Finally, each mat is rolled to spec, checked visually, and prepared for packaging. By this point, what started as a sticky black compound has become a clean, uniform product, built for grip, comfort, and years of daily use. And that's the part most people never see. A yoga mat looks simple on the store shelf, but behind it is a process that's all about control, temperature, timing, thickness, and teamwork. It's the same story we've seen for decades in manufacturing. Small details, done consistently, are what turn raw material into something you can trust every day. If you enjoyed this factory tour and you want more behind-the-scenes process videos, hit the like button, subscribe to D-Machine, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next build.